I saw an episode the other day where you talked about how to qualify a good property manager. And while I found the information extremely helpful, I still had a couple of doubts. One of them is, how do I even find a property manager? I know how to qualify one, but where do I get started to get in touch with one? If you're looking for answers to that particular question, well, you have arrived to the right episode because we're going to talk about that today. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode at Novarise Invest. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, well, let me tell you, this is your channel for real estate education. So today we're going to talk about different ways that you can approach to find the right property manager for you, right? So now we know the list of questions that you can ask in order to qualify the right person to be part of your power team. So what we're going to do today is to share the steps that I've taken to find the right property manager for you to even qualify. So for that, what we're going to do is to dive straight into the tablet. And first things first, who do you reach out to find out if there's a property manager out there that is right for you? Well, the first person you need to check is your realtor. Yes, the realtor. Why? Because they are successful for a reason. They already have a power team. How many of you have dealt with a realtor that automatically tells you, hey, don't worry, I already have a title agency that can help you with the closing and the transferring of the deed. I pretty much know everybody that you can use. I even have the right lender for you in the event that you haven't been pre-approved as of yet. So the realtor is definitely the right starting point, because if they know all of those people, chances are they also know a good property manager out there that you can leverage as part of your power team. In fact, some of the realtors are property managers themselves, and if not, they at least have a business partners that happens to be a property manager. So for example, my realtor in Florida, she and her husband, they form a team. Her husband is the property manager and she is in charge of, just basically being a real estate broker, right? She makes sure the listings are out there. She makes sure she builds a relationship with those real estate investors that are looking to buy. And then her husband just basically takes on to any new properties that come his way, in addition to whatever property that they manage. Yes, a lot of realtors that happen to be investor friendly, they happen to be investors themselves. Right? So when they are investors themselves, they understand the need. They anticipate whatever need that you have. So let's say, for example, in my case, right, they already knew that I was an investor from out of state. I live in New York, I was buying in Florida. And in essence, when I asked, not only they knew a couple of lenses that I could leverage, they also happen to have a team who can manage my property. Same thing with my realtor in Alabama. My realtor in Alabama happens to be my property manager as well. He actually performs both roles, and they both go hand in hand. They are not mutually exclusive. They complement one another, and your realtor is basically the best starting point for you to find that right property manager for you. If for whatever reason you don't have a realtor, there's another step that you can follow, and that's just simply by joining real estate investment clubs, right? So your local RIA, right? And I've talked about two websites that are great for you to leverage. One of them is meetup.com, which I in fact talked about in another episode. And the other one is a nationalria.org, right? And basically what they do, their platform, they're an online platform because everything has been digitized nowadays. And what you do is you just do a quick search by your zip code. So let's say, for example, you look for real estate investment clubs in 11101 or something like that, right? So that's the zip code. You can do that in Meetup, or you can do that at nationalria.org, and you will find a listing of different real estate investment clubs. You might be wondering, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, there are a lot of real estate investors in there hanging out, right? So chances are, if you know a real estate investor, that person knows a property manager. Or sometimes property managers themselves, they hang out there because they could be investors as well. So those online platforms are definitely great for you to leverage. Now on to the next step. And if you're enjoying this episode, do not forget to hit the like button right here so you can help this episode rank and help others like you who are looking for this kind of information. So now back to the list. If your realtor doesn't work, if maybe you're too shy or you don't know, or maybe you don't have any local REIAs nearby, the next step you can do is just to check out Facebook groups, right? So Facebook groups that are dedicated to the topic of real estate. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of those as well. So when you're a member of one of those groups, all you gotta do is just to paste something in that Facebook group wall and then ask, hey, I live in Georgia, for example, and I'm looking for a property manager in this area that can help me take care of my portfolio. And next thing you know, you will either find someone who's offering the services themselves, or you will perhaps find someone who just happened to know of a property manager and just point you towards the direction of that person. And if that doesn't work, we'll just simply go back to basics. We'll just do a quick Google search. And it's really, really simple. And let me show you. So here we are in our Google search engine. Now, all we gotta do is just type in property manager 11101. Here you go. And voila, there you go. Here is a big list of all the available property management companies near the zip code in Astoria, New York, right? You can do that for your particular zip code and you will find a list. And the best part of this is that the reviews don't lie. So one way or the other, you are actually getting a filter thanks to Google to kind of like pinpoint the ones that have had the best reviews and by volume, because it is very difficult to fake 56 reviews at 4.4. 37 at 1.5, that's not so good, right? 23 at 3.7, 2 at 5.0. Hey, for all I know, that could have been the founders who are rating themselves. And then if you go down here, push pin, 77 reviews at 4.9. That's pretty good, right? So once you get those, then you can go through the questionnaire that you've probably seen in a prior episode. That's gonna help you basically just determine whether this is the right property management company for you in your portfolio as well. So that's pretty much all I have for you today. Hopefully you found the episode very helpful. And while I still have you here, do not forget to check this episode. That's gonna help you complement everything you just learned today. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm looking forward to read your comments right down below. And that's pretty much it. And until then, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.